Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn the Mods. Today we're going to be covering machines from thermal expansion. So to get started, we have our energetic infuser right here. This allows you to charge things like your energy cubes or say your tools from Tinker's Construct, the ones that you put a flux capacitor on. This thing right over here, the hardened flux capacitor. That allows you to charge, say, your hammer and whatnot if you use a modifier slot for that also. We then have our sawmill. This allows you to cut wood into 3 wood planks plus sawdust. Now, I don't know if that's because of Greg Tech. I don't know if it's generally 4 or 5, but with Greg Tech for sure, it's just 3. And you can also cut other things down like bookcases and whatnot. Next, we have our induction smelter. What this does is it smelts different ingots into alloys, or it combines different forms of items, like say lead and obsidian dust. If you combine those, you get hardened glass, which is used in a lot of the pipes for thermal expansion. But as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff, so you could go through here and check it out by clicking recipes there. We then have our magma crucible. This is used for various things. For example, our redstone energy conduit. Initially, you start off with an empty energy conduit. You actually have to melt redstone down in here and then transfer it to a liquid transposer. You can also also have to melt down ender pearls and then transpose them into a bucket from the magma crucible, so you can make tesseracts. And next we have our fluid transposer. This allows you to either put fluid into a pipe or fluid into an item or take it out. So like buckets, cells from industrial craft and whatnot, this is what it's used for. You can toggle it over here to fill or empty. So yeah, that's how you like fill buckets with the stuff you melt down in here or the conduits. Next, we have our glacial precipitator. This just takes water and makes either snowballs, snow, or ice. You designate it by clicking here, and that'll do what you want. All right. So then we have the igneous extruder. This is similar to the ice, only it does obsidian, stone, and cobblestone. Now, a thing to note is cobblestone absolutely. You just need 1 bucket of lava and 1 bucket of water in here, and it'll make infinite cobblestone forever. For stone, it just consumes water. It will never consume the lava. So yeah, it'll consume the water, which I mean obviously it's infinite. It's pretty much infinite, so that's really not a big deal if you want stone. Obsidian takes 1 bucket of lava and 1 bucket of water, so keep that in mind if you're making obsidian. It will be consuming lava and water. We next have our aqueous accumulator. This thing is pretty awesome. What you do is you take the aqueous accumulator. Let's see, where is it? Take this and then some water. So you could do it in a pattern like this. You set that right there, and then you put water on all those sides. And then you just stick a fluid duct on, and you literally have infinite water. This is pretty amazing if you need to get water. All right, next we have our redstone furnace. It's very simple. It's literally just a furnace that works off of redstone flux. We then have our silica assembler. What you do is you actually take you take schematics. You make the schematic, and then if you put it in here, it'll actually recall the schematic, and then you can make it from that. So that's pretty awesome if you're crafting something like 50,000 times, and you just kind of want to grab a schematic and say, hey, make this for me. All right, moving on, we got our pulverizer. Pulverizer works essentially the same as a macerator, only like it has an added chance of getting some extra stuff, as you can see. So like if you're doing nether quartz ore, you'd get some nether quartz and maybe some sulfur seed 10%, and so on, 25% if you're doing that with lime wool and whatnot. Now I'm going to cover the configuration for these. The way these work is you can configure them to actually go in line with each other. So I'm gonna make a little let's see. Let's say I wanted to make automatically glass from cobblestone. So we're going to take a pulverizer. We're then going to need a a redstone furnace, some power, and a chest. Or no, we're gonna need a few chests. So let's take this. All right, so we're gonna place our redstone energy conduit there, and we're gonna set it to output on the front. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna set our pulverizer here. All right, I'm gonna set a chest here, and as you can see, this is blue. This is your input slot, right here. So, and we have a chest on top. So we're gonna set this to blue. So basically, blue will be our input chest, right there. And we can actually change this and whatnot in all of them. But that's our input slot right there is blue. And so if you check, that's now blue. Good. All right. Now we're gonna put a redstone furnace here, and the output will end up here, the sand. But you have to do something about the yellow, because the yellow will actually get in the way. So what we're going to do here is, since red is set to output on the right, we're actually going to say, hey, yellow, get output on the left. Because if you look in here, you'll eventually see that that cobblestone both creates sand and gravel. So what we're doing is we're placing the gravel in an alternate area. So we put yellow there to output into that chest, and then we put orange there to output into this chest. Now we could either put a chest here, or we can actually do it a different way. We can take item ducts. Item ducts are pretty awesome. We would do this, this, and then we would just bring it around to the other chest if we so choose. All right. These are essentially like Buildcraft pipes, except they don't drop anything in the world. And I like these better. We then need to set to output. Now, for some machines that aren't thermal expansion, you actually need to do an extra thing to be able to like output stuff automatically. You would first need a pneumatic servo. In this case, you won't since it's thermal expansion, but I'm only going to do this just to show you guys anyways. We then right-click it on there. It will consume it though, so keep that in mind. And then we take this and right-click with our bare hand. As you can see, it's got a little thing. We can filter items and whatnot. But right now we're just going to say ignore redstone signal. That'll make it automatically pull out instead of needing a redstone signal. If we put it like this, it obviously turns off and it won't pull out unless a redstone signal is provided. But in this case, we set it to disabled. But like I said, it doesn't matter since this is a thermal expansion thing. All you have to do is literally just set it to output, which is that red thing right there. All right, now we're going to toss in a bunch of cobblestone into the chest. Cobble. Stone. Can I see cobblestone, please? Oh, did I? Yeah, I didn't do that right. Alright, so let's set that there. Sorry, we had a little crash. Alright, so back to what we were doing. We're going to take our cobblestone and there we go. Alright, let's get a little bit of cobblestone. Perfect. And then we'll just place all that in there. Good. Alright, so now we just need to take some energy conduits. There we go. And then we'll have to put some there as well. Oh, I'm sorry. We actually need a hopper right there. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, hopper. Take you and place you there, and that there. And we'll have to actually move that. Ugly, I know, but hey, we're just trying to get this to work. There we go. Perfect. All right, so that'll start doing its thing, and then let's just watch and see like what happens. Just want to wait for one gravel. And as you can see, there goes the glass, and it's going all along there, and it'll end up in that chest right there. And we haven't got any gravel yet. And then we'll see that the glass will end up in there eventually. Eventually. There it is. Perfect. Alright, you gonna make any gravel? Okay, well, take my word for it. This thing, when it does make gravel, will output it to the left. So, that's it for today. I hope this was an informative video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, comment, and please let the ads run because they help me become a full-time YouTuber and streamer. Thanks all for watching. I'll see you all later.